As soon as the month of December hits, and sometimes even before, I get excited to decorate my home for the holidays. As a minimalist, I don't have a lot of Christmas decorations, but I still like to create a cozy and festive environment with what I do have and by using natural elements. I find natural decor both beautiful and cost-effective and love the wonderfully relaxing atmosphere it creates within your home. Things like sticks, pine boughs, and oranges are also a great way to celebrate sustainably, as they can be composted once the holidays are over. Today I'm going to show you how I decorate my home for the holidays, as well as share some DIY projects that you can create too. When we moved into this house, there was no mantle over the fireplace, and I knew I was going to have to find a creative solution to hang our stockings. So I decided to use a branch that I sawed off of a tree in our yard. It took a bit of trial and error to figure out how to hang it, but I settled on using this white thread, which blends into the brick wall and hangs neatly on a little peg that was already installed in the wall when we moved in. Of course, you can't hang the stockings off of a branch once you actually put anything inside of them, but it still is one of my favorite pieces of holiday decor that I enjoy throughout the month of December. To continue with the natural theme, I'm going to create a garland of dried orange slices to hang above my kitchen window. Not only is this a beautiful piece, it also makes your house smell wonderful while you're drying the orange slices in the oven. To do this, slice whole navel oranges as thinly as you can. If you mess up any like me, they're a perfect snack to save for post DIY. Preheat your oven to 170 degrees Fahrenheit and place the oranges on an oven-safe baking rack placed over a cookie sheet. The baking rack will allow the warm oven air to circulate around the oranges and dry them out. Flip the orange slices over about every hour or so during baking to ensure that both sides bake equally. Depending how thick your orange slices are, this takes around 5 to 6 hours. If you dry them really well, you can even save the orange slices for next year. I'm wrapping a gift for my friend using some repurposed brown wrapping paper and decorating it with orange slices that I dried out last year. I'm using some twine, which I fed through the oranges to tie a bow. I think it gives off such a calm and natural look while still being very festive. Does anyone else like to save leftover gift wrap to repurpose the next year, or is that just me? Let me know in the comments below. Last year, I made this advent calendar to add a little joy to each morning as we count the days up to Christmas. My mom had a red and green fabric advent calendar in the shape of a Christmas tree that she would fill with treats for my brother and I during our childhood. Even though I'm now an adult, an advent calendar is such a special memory of the holidays, and I wanted to make my own. Since I prefer a more neutral, natural look, I collected these fallen sticks to use for the structure. I bought some linen pouches from the craft store along with little paper tags, and after drawing the numbers 1 through 24 on them, I sewed them onto each bag. I looped the strings of the pouches onto each twig, then used twine to tie the twigs together, creating a frame that each stick of bags could hang off of. Lastly, I added this little broken piece of plastic garland to the top for decoration. Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? I like to fill my calendar up with little chocolates and sometimes even a joke or two. Even though I like to use natural elements throughout my home, I don't have a real Christmas tree. I have nothing against real Christmas trees, I just never grew up with one, so it felt very normal for me to have an artificial tree when I moved out on my own. Rather than a cohesive ornament collection, I use ornaments that I have collected during my travels, that are handmade, or that I received as a gift. Some of my favorites are these felt ornaments that were lovingly made for me by my sister-in-law. The little one of my car and of rhubarb are just too cute. I would love to have a real tree someday. even just for the experience of going out to get it. But for now, this artificial one works great, and I can repurpose it year after year. I cut some of my orange slices too thick, so I decided that I would let them finish by air drying since I was going to be hanging them up anyways. To create the garland, I cut a piece of twine about the length of my kitchen window and strung each orange slice on it. The larger slices have a natural hole in the middle, but some of the smaller ones might need a little bit of help. I just used my scissors to poke a small hole in the middle. Once you have them on your twine, it's time to hang them up. I used a bit of tape to secure the twine to the windowsill, which to be honest isn't very sturdy and probably won't stay up for very long. If you have pins you don't mind sticking in the wall, that would work best, or the removable wall hooks are another great option. I'll be sure to grab some of those for my own garland next time I'm in the store. I think this would look even cuter if you strung some fairy lights along with the garland, and I might try that out for next year. Regardless, I love the little pop of color that the dried orange slices bring to my mostly gray and neutral kitchen. And that is all of my minimalist Christmas decor. Now all that's left is to wait for the snow to fall. I hope this video gave you some inspiration to make your own decorations this holiday season. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a like or consider subscribing. It really helps my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.